Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name's Tamika and I'm 20 years old and I live in Australia. I was accepted to the Disney College program on the 20th of September this year, 2017. My arrival date is the 16th of January, and the reason I'm making this video is for all those people who are thinking of applying from Australia or New Zealand. So essentially, when I applied for the Disney College program, as it's called in America, or the cultural exchange program for other countries, the thing I did first was look on YouTube. I realized that there wasn't a lot of information on YouTube in regards to the process for cultural exchange program applications, especially not from Australia or New Zealand. So I'm making this video because I feel it's beneficial for those who are looking at applying, or even those who are in the process and are still at the beginning and not really too sure of what to expect. So without a further ado, I'll go forward and I'll split this video into two parts. So the application and once you're accepted. Begin with the application process. The first thing you've got to do is you've got to actually put an application in. So you apply online through the Disney career portal, I believe. I'll leave a link below for the listing that I used. It keeps updating, so it should be relevant for the next intake. Once you do that, you get an email that says that you're offered an interview slot if you're successful through the weeding out of that application process. The application process is really simple and easy. It's just a little bit nerve-wracking because it's the first step, but don't stress, it's actually the easiest part of the process. So the application basically asks you to upload a cover letter, a copy of your CV or your resume, and then just to fill out some information, contact details, where you go to school, work history, things like that, so they can get a little bit of an idea of who you are on paper. The next step is, if you're successful through that application, they'll then send you an email asking you to do an interview or inviting you to an interview, and then you select an interview time. The next email I believe I received was in regards to uploading files and documents to a website called Docs. Now Docs is where majority of the forms and documents that Disney asks for are uploaded to. Some of the documents that I uploaded was a proof of student status, which is just a form that your school needs to sign to say you're a student, you were enrolled on this date, you're graduating this date, etc. On top of that, you just have to put the photo page of your passport through to them, and then some contact details like where you live, who's your emergency contact, where you'll be having your visa, consulate appointment, which for me was Melbourne, so I just put Melbourne in there and proceeded on from there. Next step is actually having your interview. You start the morning off by going to an information session with Jill, who is the international recruiter for New Zealand and Australia. She leads the session. She pretty much answers all your questions that you're feeling a bit nerve-wracking. She covers housing and costs that they'll pay you and other things, and costs in general about the entire program. She outlines all the costs you have to pay once you accept, just so that you kind of really know what you're getting yourself into, and it's honestly not that bad. So once you've done your presentation in the morning, you then do an interview with Jill. Now Jill likes to put it to the crowd that it's not a general interview like any other job. It's just a conversation. She wants to just know your personality and see if your personality fits with Disney's criteria. So some of the things that I was asked in my interview was, have you moved out of home before, and how do you deal with the heat? Because obviously it's really hot in Florida and you're going to be living with new people that you've never met and out of a long way away from home, so it's moving out of home to an extreme. On top of that, she just asked some questions about my job, my past history and my preferences. Now before you go into the interview, you actually do fill out a preference checklist. So putting the ones that you really want to do the most as high, all the way down to no interest whatsoever, and things like, I personally said no interest in custodial or character performer because I'm claustrophobic. Just discuss those preferences, and Jill gives more information about your high preferenced roles, just so that you know what you're getting into and what you'll be doing, and going from there. That's pretty much the application process. Once you get through that email, it's just a 2-week or so wait, depending when your interview was, to finding out. So pretty much what you do once you get that acceptance email, it just says congratulations, you've been accepted onto the cultural exchange program with Walt Disney World. The next step is to read your offer letter. Just read it through and through. It's a bit of a lengthy document, but it's really important because it's essentially your contract. So you read through that. At the bottom of the document, it's got an acceptance tick or a decline, like cross button. When you accept, you also have to go into a website called Forms, which is pretty much the website that is used for all housing fees and things like that. And you pay a fee towards that to accept your offer on the program and to make sure that your place is secured. Then the next step is you upload some more documents to the Docs website and just indicate things like when you're having a visa appointment and things like that. Just so that they can keep track of like how you're going with the process. From there, Disney's going to send you a DS2019 form that you have to wait for in the mail. It comes through FedEx, and it's a bit of a lengthy process just sitting there waiting for it, but once you get it, you're pretty much all hands on deck. You can do a lot of stuff. Once you've done the visa application form, you pay a processing fee. Once you've actually completed your visa application, you can then go forward and book an appointment. There is also a processing fee that you have to pay at the end of the visa application. And for Australians, there's also a fee at the consulate when you have your appointment. From there, you wait for your passport to come back in the mail with your visa inside, and there's not a whole lot left to do from there. So personally, I am at this point in the process where I've done all the things to do with my visa. You also do a background check and you send that off for verification. I've done that as well. Now all I have left to do is wait for a go-ahead from Disney and an email to indicate that I can go ahead and purchase my medical insurance. Other than that, I have already organised flights and accommodation for the couple of days that I'll be over there before my arrival, my official arrival date or my check-in date in housing. And then there's some little things that you fill out in dorms in regards to who you like to roommate with, if you want to link up with people, where you want to stay, and some other things like that. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you found this video helpful. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. And if you're wanting to see more Disney Cultural Exchange Program information and vlogs while I'm over there and leading up to it, just hit the subscribe button as well. There's one in the corner here or here. I'm not too sure which corner it's going to be once the video is there. So just hit the subscribe button and I'll be posting more content in regards to Disney. If you have any questions as well, leave me a comment below. If you've got any video ideas, leave a comment below as well. Thank you so much for watching.